You know what I wish someone had told me before I lost 200 pounds? And it's not what you think. It's not a hack. It's not a just stay consistent. It's not drink more water or find your why. I know all of that stuff is important, but what I'm going to share with you today is the stuff that very few people talk about. The real stuff, the deep stuff, the stuff that makes or breaks your journey. And if you're on this path too, especially if you're just getting started or maybe you're restarting for the 10th time, that was me a lot of times. This might save you a lot of pain and frustration and years of being stuck. Oh, and real quick, yes, if you're new here, I have lost 200 pounds. And I'm Carrie, by the way. And no, I'm not at my goal weight yet. I'm still going. I still have a long way to go. But I have come a very long way. And I am not going back. If you're in the middle like me, or even just at the starting line, hit the like button and let me know where you are in your journey. I'm here for you and I want to cheer you on and root for you and support you. Before I get into things though, I want to share something with you real quick. Something very personal. When I started this journey, I was in a very dark place. I had over 400 pounds that I had to lose. And I didn't think that it was going to be possible. I wasn't just overweight either. I was suffocating under years of pain and shame and confusion about everything, especially food. And I used food for everything you can imagine. Stress, boredom, trauma, celebration, loneliness, and I didn't know how to stop. I kept trying everything, diets, meal plans, apps, and none of it ever worked or stuck. What really I needed was a reset, a way to stop the chaos and start from a very grounded and peaceful place. So that's why I created what I call the 5-step roadmap to reset your relationship with food. And it's totally free, and it's what I wish someone had handed me at the very beginning. It walks you through how to anchor your morning, reduce your triggers, simplify your food choices, and focus on stuff that matters when you're trying to heal your body and your mind. And you can grab it just by commenting freedom, and I will send it over. So, if you're looking for a starting point or a restarting point, I made that for you. So, okay, let's get into it. Number 1, weight loss won't heal your relationship with yourself. If I had known this from the beginning, I would have saved myself so much heartbreak. I thought losing weight was going to somehow magically make me love myself. Once I'm thin, or in my case, where I've lost 200 pounds so far, finally feel like this ray of confidence. I'm going to finally feel happy. Wrong. I was losing weight, still am losing weight, and I was still dragging around the same old self-loathing shame and fear. The outside was changing, but the inside still felt really broken. The truth, you have to start healing your relationship with yourself right now, before the scale even starts to move, and while it's moving, and after it's moved, because if you don't, you're going to get smaller, but you still may feel stuck. Number 2, your brain will try to sabotage you, and that's pretty normal. But oh my gosh, the mental noise. I had food noise, but my goodness, I wished I knew that my brain wasn't going to just fall in line once I got serious about this. No, it fought me every step of the way with cravings and excuses, and that voice in my head that said, okay, one bite's not going to hurt, or you can just start again on Monday. Does any of that sound familiar? I thought I was broken because I still wanted these foods that I was addicted to. But now I know it's not a personal failure. It's a brain pattern. And the good news is patterns can be rewired. But you've got to stop expecting it to feel easy. You're literally breaking a lifetime of habits here. That, my friends, is warrior work. Number 3, people are gonna treat you differently. And that can be kind of weird. So, okay, this one really hit me harder than I expected it would. Because as I lost my weight so far, people started noticing. They started complimenting, which is nice, and asking a lot of questions. But I started thinking, why didn't they treat me like this before? And that kind of really stung, because the truth is the world doesn't treat smaller bodies the same, you know? And if you've ever been in a bigger body, then you may know exactly what I'm talking about. That doesn't make it right, but it does make it real, and it brings up a lot of emotions. Grief, anger, confusion. Just knowing if you feel that, just know if you're feeling that way, you're not alone. And number 4, you will have to grieve old coping mechanisms. So food was my best friend. It was my comfort. It was my reward. It was my escape. And letting go of that literally felt like a death. No one warned me about this emotional roller coaster that comes when you stop using food to just numb out. I had to actually feel my feelings. So the stress and the sadness and the boredom and the loneliness, all raw and unfiltered. I wished someone had told me that was part of this process, because I felt weak, and it wasn't weakness. It was me healing. You are not crazy for feeling more emotional. You're just starting to wake up, and that's okay. Number 5, weight loss is slow and can be boring and can be very wildly unsexy. You know, all those before and after pics you see? They don't necessarily show the 700 boring meals, the walks that you didn't want to take, the nights that you cried because the scale didn't move for you. They don't show the mental tug of war that you had in front of the fridge at midnight. They're just going to show like the highlight reels, right? The real journey can be long. For me, very long. I have a very long way to go still, and it's not going to be quick. It's messy. Mine in particularly, very messy. And it's full of tiny decisions that no one is going to clap for. But that's where the magic really happens. The boring stuff is what builds that new you. Number 6, your identity will shift. And it could freak you out. It did me. For most of my life, really all of my life, I was the big girl. It was who I was labeled. It was me. My story. It was a comfort zone for me, weirdly enough. And as I have lost this weight so far, I've had this strange identity crisis. Like, who am I now? I even had someone that knew me at over 500 pounds that didn't even recognize me. Like, literally. So I started thinking, what if people don't recognize me emotionally? What if I didn't know who I was without food, without hiding? It's wild how something like that feels. Like, freedom can also feel like loss. So yeah, you might grieve the old version of you, even if she made you miserable. I know I made myself miserable, but that's okay. Let yourself feel it. And know that the version of you on the other side of this is worth meeting. Number 7, motivation won't save you. but systems will. I'm a big proponent of systems. I used to wait for motivation to strike. Guess how that worked out for me? Spoiler alert, it did not. Motivation is kind of like a mood. It's very flaky and it will ghost you. But systems, habits, routines, those show up even when you don't want to. So I wish I had done this sooner, that making things easy and automatic was like the real secret, right? So having your meals prepared ahead of time, setting up a morning routine, doing your exercise at the same time every day, keeping all the tempting foods out of the house. That's what makes success happen when you're tired and you're stressed and you're just not feeling it. And number 8, you don't have to be perfect to be powerful. I messed up a lot. I had days where I ate things that I said I wouldn't. Days that I skipped movement. Days that I cried my eyes out and wanted to quit. But I kept going. And that's the real win. Progress isn't about perfection. It's about consistency over time. I wish someone had looked me in the eye and said, you can stumble and still move forward. So let me be that person for you. You don't have to do this perfectly. You just have to not give up. And I'm coming after you if you give up, because you can't give up. And number 9, the journey, this one's a big one, guys. The journey isn't over when the weight comes off. Oh, this is the biggest one for me. It took a while for me to get this, because I used to think that there was going to be this magical finish line. Like one day I would step on the scale and it would say my goal weight and just boom, mission accomplished. No, the journey continues, because it was never just about the weight. It was about becoming this version of me who believes that I deserve health, who shows up for myself, who chooses that peace over chaos. That is the real transformation. So yeah, these are all things that I wish I had known before I lost the 200 pounds. Not the stuff that you see on Pinterest boards or Instagram quotes, but the real stuff, the emotional stuff, the messy middle, the beautiful truth. And if you're in the middle of your own journey, or even just thinking about starting, please know this. You are not alone, you are not broken, and you're not behind. You're exactly where you need to be. You are learning exactly what you need to learn to become who you're meant to be. Every single step counts. Every meal counts. Every time that you show up for yourself, it matters. So, if this video helped you, please let me know in the comments. And if you want to hear the 5 weight loss rules that I don't follow, check this video out right here. It might surprise you. And remember, until our next conversation, stay kind to yourself, eat like you love yourself, and keep going. You are doing better than you think. Bye for now.